Hi guys, welcome to my lab. This is a cardboard model of a 24 slot 4 pole 3 phase alternator, and in this video I will show you the single layer full pitch winding of this alternator using this 3 color wool. If you love my video, please like it and don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Let's switch on. Assume this is the stator part, that means the armature of the alternator, and this is the rotor part, that means field of the alternator, and the rotor rotate like this. We have to wound over the slots. You can see the stator slots of the armature, and there are total 24 slots. Each slot is shown by number and an arrow indicates the slot to the right. These are the 4 poles of the field. When the poles rotate inside an armature, a magnetic flux link with the armature conductor, and according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, an alternating EMF is induced in the armature, and obviously the flux is changing continuously. The field poles are wound by the insulated copper coil like this and supplied with the direct current to get the fixed pole like north, south. This is north and this is south. There are 24 number of slots and 4 poles. Each pole covers 6 slots, and this is called pole pitch. And you can see each pole is covering 6 slots at a particular instant. We can say 6 slot covers electrically 180 degree and each slot covers electrically 30 degree. If we utilize 6 slots, then it is called full pitch winding, and less than that it is called short pitch winding. There are 2 types of winding, single layer winding and double layer winding. In this video, I will show you the full pitch single layer winding of a 3 phase alternator. We will start a coil from slot number 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means in slot 7 the coil ends. To make our winding easy, we expand the stator like this, and you can see the 24 slots. This is red phase first coil. Start point of the coil is marked with 1S and finish point is marked with 1F. 1S will be placed in slot number 1, and after that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 1F will be placed in slot number 7. After that we skipped 6 slots from 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means in 13 number slot next coil will be started. That means 2S will be placed in slot number 13, and after 13 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means in slot number 19 2F will be placed. As the machine is 3 phase, then each phase will take 8 slots, but we take only 4 slots. Next coil will follow the previous coil like this. That means starting of third coil, that is 3S, will be placed in slot number 2, and just like before, after 6 slot from 2, 3F will be placed in slot number 8. Now after skipping 6 slot from 8, next coil will start from slot number 14 and ends in slot number 20, just like before. Now you can see there are 8 ends of 4 coil. We will connect each coil in series. 1F is connected with 2S. 2F is connected with 3S. Now 3F is connected with 4S. Now you can see there are 2 ends, 1S and 4F. These are the terminals of the red phase and connected in terminal box. If we continuously run the winding, it looks like this: 1 to 7, then 13 to 19, and then from 2 to 8 and 14 to 20. We can mark the terminal as starting point and this terminal as the finish point. Next phase winding will start after previous phase by 120 degree lag, because we know that angle between each phase is 120 degree, and we have already found that each slot is of 30 degree electrical, so next phase will start after 4 slot from slot number 1, that means slot 5. Yellow phase will start at slot number 5, and just like earlier, after 6 slot it ends in slot number 11. Then 17 to 23, and just like previous, from 6 to 12 and 18 to 24. The yellow phase start point is at slot number 5 and end point is at slot number 24. There are only 2 slots left, that is 3, 4, 9, 10, 15, 16 and 21, 22. In this blank slot, we will own blue phase and it will start after previous phase by 120 degree, and just like before, blue phase will start after 4 slot, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, that means slot number 9. And just like earlier, 9 to 15, then skipping 6 slot, that is 21, 21 to 27, but we have only 24 slot, and after 24 it will run towards slot number 3, like this. Now it will run towards remaining slot, that means slot number 10 to slot number 16. Then from 22 to slot number 28, that means slot number 4. And the blue phase start point is at slot number 9 and end point at slot number 4, and we can mark the terminals like this. You can see there are total 6 number of terminals, 3 start and 3 finish terminals of 3 phase. Practically, more number of coils are used, having more number of turns, coiling the winding like this, and this is very much critical and time killing and creates a lots of problem. So a former is taken and slot distance is marked by a marker like this, and in the points 4 nails are placed. Now the coiling is done for a particular number of turns depending on the capacity of the alternator, like this. When the coiling is done, the coil is taken out from the former and placed inside the predetermined slot, like this. I have already made the 4 coils. The first coil is placed between slot number 1 to slot number 7. Second coil is placed between 13 to 19. The third coil is placed between slot number 2 to 8. And fourth coil is placed between slot number 14 to 20. Now the terminals from slot number 7 and 14 are connected. Terminals from slot number 19 and 2 are connected. Now terminals from slot number 8 and 14 are connected, and you can see there are 2 terminals remaining, that is from slot number 1 and slot number 20. Those are connected with the machine terminal box. You can see just like before, yellow phase windings are wound and 2 terminals from slot number 5 and 24 are connected with the machine terminal box. And you can see just like before, blue phase windings are wound and 2 terminals from slot number 9 and 4 are connected with the machine terminal box. Now these 2 are the terminals of the red phase, these 2 are the terminals of the yellow phase, and remaining 2 are the terminals of the blue phase, and it will be connected with the terminal box. You can see each slot is filled with only 1 coil, so this type of winding is called single layer winding. Now assume there are 36 slots and 4 poles. Each pole will cover 9 slots. The red phase first coil starts at slot number 1, and then after 180 degree, that means at slot number 10 it will finishes, and as same as before, next coil starts after 9 slots. Each phase winding has to take 12 slots and it will looks like this. As earlier, blue phase will start after 6 slots from 1, that means slot number 7, and yellow phase will start after 6 slots from 7, that means slot number 13, and each phase will take 12 slots. Stay tuned with us. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.